Again, welcome back to 2 Cent Vlog, and I'll go ahead and continue. This will be part 2 of the legalization of marijuana. It stopped at about 6.5 minutes. I have no idea why. I'm not technologically efficient enough to even try to figure out why, but just going on ahead and continuing. $40 billion is the annual cost that is spent in America for the enforcement, prosecution, and incarceration of simple marijuana possession. So again, forgetting the fact that I think it's just wrong to incarcerate 750,000 people a year, or that's how many people are arrested for marijuana possession. Again, tax-paying, job-holding, otherwise law-abiding citizens, good people, your neighbors. You don't even know that they're using them because it doesn't have big social ills. And we're worried about this. Well, forgetting all of that argument, just from a conservative standpoint, one should look at this and see the financial boon that would come from not having to waste money, time, money, energy, effort, and everything on this asinine, prohibition of marijuana. $40 billion a year divided by the number of families in America, the number of households, I think comes out to about $700 per month per household. That is roughly the cost, that a good health insurance program, our good health insurance policy would cost a family. So voila, in one fell swoop, we've taken care of the health care problem that we have in America. And that's not even to count the fact that if it isn't legalized and sold, like a pack of cigarettes, 20 marijuana cigarettes in a pack, I don't know, $50, let's say. I think people would be willing to pay that. The production cost of it, from what I remember, is lower. I read somewhere lower than the same production cost to produce a cigarette pack, tobacco. So again, the tax revenue and the difference between the cost and the sell price would all be pure tax and could just take care of a lot of other problems we have. Huge budget deficits, the Social Security problem that we're going to start having. You think your FICA payroll tax is bad now to pay for Social Security. We're just getting into the leading edge of the baby boom. Baby boomers, if it started around 46, are now about 64, 60, coming on 65 years old. Well, that's full Social Security age for them. So we're really going to start to see some cost come into the budget as this population boom, the baby boom, starts to now draw their full Social Security benefits. Well, your taxes are going to have to go up. Well, this could offset a huge ton of that. So again, there's a lot of fiscal reasons, financial reasons, even for a greedy capitalist pig like myself, to look at for as far as good arguments for the legalization of marijuana. We haven't even got into the environmental benefits that would come along with it. I think one of the main ones is that deforestation across the globe is a big problem because of the needs that we have, for wood, whether for structures or fuel or what have you. We are slashing and burning. It's well documented in the rainforest down there in South America and other parts of the world. That could be alleviated because hemp is a crop that obviously grows much quicker, the turnover on it hundreds of times quicker than it takes the same forest of trees. Plus, the amount of strength of the fiber per weight in hemp is far greater than wood, so its industrial usage would be just innumerable. Some of the main ones that have been used, obviously hemp fiber used for rope, for textiles, all kind of cloths, hemp press board and plywood and particle board and some of these things rather than using wood plywood, I guess you ply hemp, but used for construction would be a boon. Hemp shingles, hemp is great insulation, are great to be used in insulation, can be used to strengthen concrete and therefore stretch out some of that. Hemp caulking, all the different things that it can be used for. Hemp, when it grows, because it's so dense, has a fantastic benefit as far as producing oxygen back into the atmosphere. Then basically the hemp seed, which hemp seed oil, is an excellent source of fuel. When fuel, of course, when any fuel for that matter is burned, it uses oxygen. Well, the oxygen that's put back into the atmosphere from the plant itself growing, photosynthesis, would be a tremendous, or the respiration of plants would be a tremendous, it's a net zero. So basically what we have would be, just tremendous for the environment, as well as the fact that, where did I read somewhere on here, that hemp seed oil, instead of other vegetable oil, is really perfect as far as proteins, rivaling that of the proteins that we get from animal products, meats and eggs and things like that, and a lot lower in fat, and especially the bad fats, than some vegetable oils and certainly animal fat oils, but high in protein. So again, it's almost like that, that we could solve a whole lot of things with one fail, swoop. And then finally, the root system with hemp is so strong that it's actually great at preserving topsoil. If planted around other crops, especially in hilly areas, it can maintain the integrity of the topsoil so it won't be, washed out or rained out. And in places like California, that would be tremendous to prevent things like mudslides. So again, there's just too many positives to outweigh the negative, which started back in the 30s with this Reefer Madness campaign, and it's almost like a third rail that if any politician was to come out and say that they're for legalization of hemp, all of a sudden they're marginalized as this pothead, and we know that's not the case. Like I said myself, I would subject myself to any drug test that someone wants to put me through to prove that I do not take the marijuana, but I just believe that it has a lot of benefits. And in countries, again, like Holland, where it has been legal, marijuana usage is no higher, and in fact among teenagers is lower than it is in America. So, we know that it's not going to all of a sudden be legal and so everyone's going to go out and start using it. No, people are using it now. They can get it now, but they get it on the black market, so none of the revenue is taxed, and it's available to kids. And I have rambled on long enough about it because I think it's just obvious that there are a lot more benefits. So give it some thought. That's my 2 cents.